Hello everyone. Um, just want to thank you again for staying with us for this great Be Excellence conference. Thank you for staying. Thank you for joining for this new talk. And now we will have a short conversation with our next speaker, Tatiana Uspenskaya. Just before the serious talk, we need to relax a little bit to shake us. And Tatiana, I just want to ask you about uh, such a general thing like your location, because I'm currently in Portugal. It's like 4 p.m. and it's sunny and it's like 15 Celsius degrees. It's very warm. And I know it's currently different in your location.
Yeah, currently I'm in Minsk, and today is the first day of snow. But it's nice, everything is in white, so that's cool. Yeah.
Great. I think it will be great to ask our audience, what about your location? Maybe you can write your country or just weather conditions or just time, and it will be like some quiz for us to understand where are you. And Tatiana, if it's like almost December, I want to pretend it's like this. Do you have some special, I don't know, preparations in Belarus for the new year? Because here in Portugal, there's a lot of pine trees on the streets, even if it's warm.
Not yet, I believe. Just some trees are being installed on some squares. I mean, New Year's trees, but still no any signs of future celebration are here so far. But I think by the start of December, we will see something for sure. Yeah, it
Are you
usually
preparing
happens.
something?
Huh?
Are you preparing something special? Maybe a vacation for
Um,
the December?
yeah, I hope to visit Poland, right? Yeah, this year, this New Year vacation, to go for some skiing and to the seashore. So yeah, I hope I will manage.
Great. And if it's the end of the year, do you have some special processes on your workload to close this year or maybe to prepare for the next one, like preparations of the project?
No, I don't think so. This year is quite strange on the project. Sometimes we have some you know, hmm, some pauses in our projects. So it's like kind of unusual situation. So this year I'm just kind of relaxing and self-studying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's right. It's pretty about your theme, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I've chosen it.
I'm not sure if you will cover this in your presentation, but how can you find self power to learn in such a difficult year, in such a difficult situation? Maybe some tips and tricks.
I think the power, like the driver, is you should do what you can at this current stage. In this situation, whatever you can, you should do it because no one knows what will be tomorrow, right? And that's why I just use all the possibilities I have for now. So yeah, that's like my driver.
Great. Thank you, Tatiana. And I just want to remind our audience that we are in the process of the Excellence Conference. It's our second half of it, and our next topic is BA self-education as a form of BA's lifestyle. Senior BA jumps out from short trousers. Yeah, it's your short trousers, I believe.
Yeah, I guess so.
In the, just before your presentation begins, I want to notice our audience that we have our social media of a community. So please join, please share your thoughts, please share your photos of where you're watching us from. Yeah, and we can start. It's the time. So Tatiana, mic is yours. Wish you good luck.
Thank you. So, hello everyone. Thanks for coming. Today, as Darina has already mentioned, I'm going to present the topic BA's self education as a form of BA's lifestyle, advanced BA Pass, which I hope is at least enjoyable and also might inspire you for the new challenges in self education. The purpose of my presentation is to guide you through the possible scenarios of advanced BA career development, trends in IT industry, and to give an overview of the sources for self-study. And I plan to keep some time for the questions after the presentation so you can put them in the chat during my speech or after it. So, first, let me introduce myself. My name is Tatiana Uspienskaya, and I'm a senior business analyst at EPAM. I've been in the profession for about 5 years, and I was gradually climbing the ladder of a BA career from junior to senior. And the topic I decided to speak about today is not occasional. Starting from my current level, there is a variety of opportunities open to grow. Classic business analysis theory and practice are already studied and experienced, and the question is, what is next? How else I can deepen my knowledge, where I can go, and what I should do to reach desired goals. Personally, I prefer to be systematic in education, and in case with a secondary, higher, and additional education, it is pretty straightforward and is already invented by others, so you just need to follow the hierarchy. But when you have already completed these steps, it is absolutely your responsibility to build your own education plan. So stay tuned, and I will share my thoughts about the approach I chose for self education. And please note that my presentation is more a personal story rather than an academic investigation, so it's based on my experience and observations. First of all, let me ask you a simple question just to warm us up. What drives you for self education? You can post your comments in the chat. I will give you a couple of minutes. Okay. Does anyone go to for self education? No one. I cannot see your comments here. Sometimes. Okay. What drives you? All right. No problem. I just will share my drivers for self-education. And first of all, perhaps the most frequent case when I take a deep dive into self-studying is my pursuit for new career opportunities. Either I was starting my career or heading to the new step of the career ladder, it was always lots of time spent in reading, watching, and listening. And I believe that this driver requires the hugest effort and has the biggest volume of knowledge obtained as a result. Okay, moving further. As I see that there is no reaction in the chat, probably no one answers, but I just wanted to ask if someone have been in the situation when you are involved into discussion and understand almost nothing because the subject, the terms, and the strange jargon are not familiar to you. So if someone leaves some reaction in the chat, I would be happy. Maybe. Let's look. Okay, I see the previous comment from Nalini, if I pronounce it right, to perform better. Okay, it was like a driver. Okay, so okay, the reaction is, yeah, I see that there are some guys who have faced such situations when they don't understand the topic of conversation. Yeah, I recollect one day our tech lead asked some of the devs if they had cherry-picked their commit into the branch. And that day, I thought to myself, what does this sweet and sour cherry word mean? And I already knew this branch word, and I questioned myself, are we gardening something or grafting the trees? Howbeit, it made me to Google it, and everything became clear. And thus, such cases become another one driver. You're just willing to understand what do these complex and intricate words mean. And the benefit here is that for the small amount of time, you get the quick result. And I know this feeling when everything falls into place and it becomes a small victory in your day. And moreover, it helps to speak the same language with the team. So it's another driver. Okay, going next. Going extra mile. It is a challenge which usually shakes us up, but brings diversity, new social and neural connections, and whoever knows what else. So writing an article into the newsletter or a community, becoming a speaker for multi-thousand audience, all these activities make you study. And yeah, probably today I'm here for this reason. During my career, I used to be mentoring juniors, onboarding newcomers, conducting knowledge transfers, and you know what? Some things that became habitual for me sometimes look not so obvious for others, and you have to find easy words and therefore search for some theoretical explanations to what you have been practicing for years. So teaching others might also be a good driver for refreshing your knowledge and for studying. Yeah. Okay. Someday I realized that being just a classic regular BA is quite boring and not enough, and I can do more. Moreover, pure classic BA today is an endangered species. So the role is often shared with Scrum Master or Product Manager. You can perform system analysis or data analysis. So classical business analysis, whose father is Karl Wiegers, is absolutely a good starting point, but not the limitation. So I think I have provided lots of arguments that self-study is inevitable. I have a few more we can quickly go through. So for example, when I have extra time or low workload, I believe it's the best time to invest in your self-study. Also, obtaining some new skills can cause salary growth, so why not to do it, right? And although the basic knowledge is stable, technologies are subject to changes, so it's just vital to keep up with time. And finally, it could be just curiosity in choosing your way in self-education, right? So we've looked at the drivers for self-education. So try to think what motivates you for self-study. It's a good practice and helps a lot in choosing your path. And we are moving further to senior BA career tracks. After reaching senior BA level, many opportunities for further growth are open. Depending on the direction chosen, your self-study program would also be tailored for the selected role. Let's have a short look at what career journeys we as BAs do have. On this scheme you see here, you can see the tracks that our company EPAM offers us, but I have also studied lots of material, so it's kind of my own view at how a BA can develop his career. First way is kind of straightforward. You can go into advanced BA track. becoming more and more experienced BA, performing more and more complicated tasks. Another popular way is to go into product management, and it correlates much with market demand, as one of the trends is product-centric application delivery model we're going to talk about later on. Those who have been working a long time in one domain might want to look into business consulting, and deep knowledge in industry should help a lot in product strategies and development in general. Big data. Big data has already taken the center stage of the IT world. All these smart devices, Internet of Things, whatever, would require huge amounts of data. We will also talk about big data a little bit later, but for now I can say that big data is helping various firms in developing cutting-edge technologies that enable them to provide better customer services. And no need to say, it is a very perspective direction for career and moreover highly paid. So business intelligence, data analysis, data science are the disciplines where a BA can apply him or herself. Okay, resource management and project management are some kind of steps apart from classic BA, but it goes without saying that some of the responsibilities are combined with of a BA are combined with resource or project manager activities. And a BA also possesses the skills required for project manager. So it looks like a very organic transfer from a BA to a project manager or a resource manager for a team of BAs. And here I have also collected some branches of where a BA can go after certain years of BA career based on his preferences and abilities. So agile coach, scrum master, or even a solution architect are also possible scenarios of career development. And now we are already aware of career opportunities, and let's see at what industries this knowledge can be applied to. What are the trends of IT industry and most demanded technologies in IT world? No doubt, technology today is evolving at a rapid pace, enabling faster change and progress. However, it's not only technology trends and emerging technologies that are evolving. A lot more has changed due to the outbreak of COVID-19. And an IT professional in 2023-24 will constantly be learning, relearning, and unlearning out of a necessity, if not a desire. So now I would like to give a short overview of trends in IT industry and in-demand technologies. The purpose of my today's presentation, as I hope you remember, is self-education, not IT trends, so I will not focus much on them, but staying current with emerging technologies means keeping your eyes on the future, and being aware of the skills required secures a safe job tomorrow. In my honest opinion, some of the areas I will shortly present you require deep technical knowledge and therefore generate more tech jobs. However, supporting specialists like product managers, data analysts, project managers will also be required. The picture here shows top new technology trends in 2022-23. You see lots of emerging technologies that are quite complex. You see here augmented reality, cloud, cybersecurity, 3D printing, and so on. And they require highly technical background. And now let's see let's look at those trends, which I believe are the most perspective for a BA skill set to be applied if a BA chooses advanced BA track. Okay, so now you see some of the trends, and the first four trends, smarter devices, datafication, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, are tightly interconnected. Artificial intelligence and machine learning have played an essential role in making our world smarter and smoother. All these smarter devices are here to stay in 2023 and even further, as data scientists are already working on artificial intelligence, home robots, appliances, work devices, wearables, and so much more. And datafication goes along here. It is simply transforming everything in our life into devices or software powered by data. So, to keep your data stored the right way and secure, it has become an in demand specialization in our economy. So, product manager, BI analyst, data analyst are specializations where it is possible to jump in so that to be in the stream of these technologies. Like machine learning and artificial intelligence, robotic process automation or RPA is another technology that is automating jobs. RPA is the use of software to automate business processes and repetitive tasks that people used to do. Although, according to the estimates, RPA will threaten approximately 9% of the global force, it is also creating new jobs while altering existing jobs. And according to McKinsey, which is advisor and consulting company, it finds that less than 5% of occupations can be totally automated, but about 60% can be partially automated. What does it mean for us as IT professionals? RPA offers plenty of career opportunities, including project manager, business consultant, and RPA analyst, for example. The next technology I am sure everyone has heard of is blockchain. In brief, blockchain is a list of records or blocks that stores data publicly and in chronological order. Although most people think of blockchain technology in relation to cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, blockchain offers security that is useful in many other ways. Cryptocurrencies are the only applications made possible through blockchain technology. It is also applied in supply chain management, cybersecurity, financial services, and even voting. As the adoption of blockchain technology grows, so will the demand for professionals with expertise in this area. To get into blockchain, you will need to have hands-on experience in programming languages, fundamentals of object-oriented programming, relational databases, data structures, web app development, and networking. And it looks quite complicated, right? But here is the list of in-demand jobs where a BA can find his place. So, project managers, consultants, risk analysts are possible ways for a BA to get into blockchain. And another promising technology is Internet of Things. Many things are now being built with Wi-Fi connectivity, meaning they can be connected to the internet and to each other. As consumers, we are already using and benefiting from Internet of Things. We can lock our doors remotely if we forgot to do it. We can preheat our ovens on our way home, and all this while tracking our fitness activity in our Fit apps. However, businesses also have much to gain now and in the near future. The Internet of Things can enable better safety, efficiency, and decision making for businesses as data is being constantly collected and analyzed. And it can enable predictive maintenance, speed up medical care, improve customer services, and offer benefits we haven't even imagined yet. And we are only in the beginning stages of these new technology trends. Forecasts suggest that by 2030, around 50 billion of these Internet of Things devices will be in use around the world, creating a massive web of interconnected devices spanning everything from smartphones to kitchen appliances. And if you wish to step your foot in this trending technology, you will have to learn about information security, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, networking, and many other complex disciplines. It is a vast area where product managers, and data analysts can help to drive business strategy and development of products connected to the internet and analyze data that is being transferred across devices. So, we talked a lot about global technology trends. Since we are limited in time, I will just briefly mention some general skills requirements that are defined by IT industry trends. So, the growing importance of data requires expertise in data analytics and data science. User experience is not nice to have, but an absolute requirement, so knowledge in UX basics is a must. According to Don Norman, who wrote his famous book, The Design of Everyday Things, technologies change rapidly, but people change slowly. So today's trend is to create a simple UX. Re-engineering of legacy systems requires industry and domain expertise and consultative approach. We live in times when velocity of customer feedback immediately damages the brand, so the velocity of releases requires agility. And the last but not the least, product-centric application delivery models defines product development mindset. Product mindset is about building a product-centric thought process rather than temporarily milestone-based releases approach. And now, when we already know career paths for BAs, the trends in IT industry, most demanded technologies, we are approaching to the main part of the presentation and no worries, at the same time, to the end. I think now it is quite easy to answer in what disciplines it is better to deepen the knowledge or in what areas start gaining an expertise. I will just sum up what we have. Okay, we have business analysis, of course, product management, project management and leadership, data analytics, business consulting, agile methodologies, technologies, cloud, artificial intelligence, blockchain, whatever we have already talked about, domains, whatever you prefer, user experience, and suddenly emotional intelligence. Yeah, we haven't talked about this, and the topic today, of course, is not about it, but it is definitely worth mentioning. All mentioned professions are tightly connected with communication between people. So managing with emotions, understanding and control them is highly important for any person in our world. And today it is already proven that cognitive intelligence, or well-known IQ, is not the sole predictor of job success. Emotional intelligence is an equally important non-cognitive skill. So I would advise to pay attention on it. And now let me turn to the sources for self-study. And I will start from business analysis. Yeah, it's inevitable. And why we are still talking about it? Because I believe it's like a basis for any other discipline we have already talked about. So here you may see the list of very trusted organizations like International Institute of Business Analysis, Project Management Institute, International Requirements Engineering Board, British Computer Society. And of course, these organizations recommend some books on their websites, and they assess business analysis knowledge and provide certifications. Here is a list of some web resources where a BA can find something very beneficial for them. Another source of gaining knowledge is to participate in different BA's conferences and also to get acquainted with some colleagues. Most of the conferences are run by IIBA. I have just placed some of them. There is plenty. You can Google them easily. But just for your information, some of them are for pay and some of them for free. So yeah, it's a good place to go. Let's go further to product management resources. Here I've collected some online courses you can study and a list of literature. And of course, as well as business analysis organizations, there are some associations and organizations that stand for product management. And of course, they also assess knowledge in this area and provide certifications. And since I'm not an expert in the disciplines mentioned here, I just collected some of the resources I believe are very useful and beneficial. But of course, these disciplines, these areas require huge investigation and consultancy from the experts. So you can find them by yourself easily, but here is just like starting point. And instead of conclusion, I will briefly share my approach for self-study. So how do I study? As I've mentioned before, when I face some unfamiliar words, I just Google them. Yeah, it's simply, but it is effective. It works. Also, I am a fan of internal EPAMS trainings. Thanks to our Learn department and e-commerce initiatives, we have an endless library for studying. Attending different courses, online courses and videos also is very beneficial for self-study. And when I'm walking or driving, I usually listen for audiobooks. And you know what? My listening comprehensive abilities have increased a lot, and now I can even listen at double speed. Also, attending events, webinars, conferences is my hobby. And as you have probably noticed, sometimes I challenge myself with being a speaker at conferences. I also participate in initiatives internally in EPAM, like assessment sessions, technical interviews, whatever. Watching domain-specific movies might also be beneficial for broadening the horizon. For example, Doctor House series impacted a lot on me when choosing project domain. And also mentoring and simple chatting with colleagues and mates brings fun and extends your knowledge. And as for my today's activities in particular, I'm enrolled into online training for Azure Cloud powered by Microsoft. And also I'm preparing to professional Scrum Master certification. And moreover, apart from my professional education, I also like to train my brain, as I believe that brain is a muscle that requires regular exercising. So I started studying Polish by myself, and I'm also learning to play the handpan. So, which I think are good ways to build new neural connections and allow me to be in shape, actually. And of course, to be more efficient in my self-learning overall. So now I'm done, and I would like to wish you fascinating studying that brings you pleasure. It's great when you achieve some new skills and knowledge, and just a small, interesting fact or accomplishment bring awesome feelings. So it is definitely worth learning, believe me. Thank you very much for your attention, and now I'm open to questions you've probably posted in the chat. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Tatiana, thank you for your great presentation. I believe all materials that you collect in in there is extremely useful for our audience. So it will be great if we can send all of the links to our audience as a follow-up. And I think we have a small small time difference between us and our audience. So for now, we have answer from our side, and we can wait with this, not answer a question, and we can wait with this question for the questions from the audience. So if
Mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And for now, I can see the answers. I think that people answered regarding the drivers for self-education. I see that gaps or pure curiosity is a driver so for someone. Challenging projects looks good, and develop myself as a professional. Yeah, great, and be better than yesterday. Yeah, that's a good driver as well. Okay, now I see the first question: how not to burn out during self-education and to reach balance between work, self-education, and life. So I would say don't eat an elephant at once. Eat it by small parts. Seriously, I would say that you can treat self education as any other activity or project in your life. Split it into several pieces, but put the deadlines for yourself. Avoid multitasking, and focus on one or two topics. And don't forget to measure, I would say, your level of satisfaction from the process of education. It should bring pleasure. You should find some benefits for you. Otherwise, it will be, ineffective if not harmful. And another important thing, if you see that self education affects your work or life, it's like a red flag indicating that you're doing something wrong and it is time to review your approach. So that would be my answer to this question. Uh-huh. How do you overcome boredom in the middle of learning process? Good question, by the way, because sometimes when you are studying, you got distracted. Sometimes some materials can be very bored. Can bore you. So I do some breaks in my process. I just go to do something, to eat, to go in for sport, just to have some breaks, some pauses. And probably I try to find something interesting, some interesting facts. Sometimes the source of this boredom can be like complexity of the material. So probably it is better to find some other explanations of the material you're reading or watching, because sometimes it is like presented in a very complex way. And I think it could help to avoid this boredom. Or another way is probably to talk to a person who is like an expert in this area, so that he can explain it in simpler words to you. Okay, another question: how you find motivation for self-education after work? Okay, very good question. So, as I've already talked about my drivers, they can be different. If, for example, I don't know, I want to grow to the next step of the career ladder. Now, I know why I'm self-studying, right? Because I want to become, I don't know, a lead BA, for example. I want to be more educated, more knowledgeable person. And this drives me. But of course, after work, when you're tired and you're really sick and tired from the screen, I mix the sources of gaining the knowledge. For example, sometimes I'm listening in something when I'm cooking or driving or walking, and using these different ways of getting the information. It looks like not, pure studying, but looks like an entertainment. Yeah, but I'm not a 100% motivated person. Sometimes I just allow me to have like some procrastination and to I don't know, to watch TV or to play piano or whatever, and I allow to not to study today. So yeah, just accept it in you, and that's it. It's okay to have some days of rest and then after having this good rest, you can continue. It's okay. What technology trends are okay? No, next question. What technology trends are you interested in personally, and did you have a chance to apply new knowledge in your work projects? Please share your story. Okay, first part of the question is quite easy to answer. I really love to have some to read something about artificial intelligence. This is really interesting topic, where area and discipline, whatever. Unfortunately, I haven't applied this knowledge in my work projects, but as I mentioned during my presentation, my new domain, my new project domain is healthcare, and artificial intelligence and machine learning is very often used in this project, in these domains. So I believe that someday I will apply this knowledge. So unfortunately, I cannot share the true story, except for just classic business analysis theory and practice and project management tools, which we apply every day. I believe everyone who is working and dealing with teams, with people, but nothing special for now, unfortunately. But one day I think I will. Question 5. Thank you for these great research results. It's so useful. How do you stay in focus while going through your learning path? Aha. Okay. Also a good question. So as I've answered for the first question, when I told that it is better to split your work, yeah, to not work, but your self-study plan. It is quite easy to get the knowledge when you break your plan into some pieces, right? When you put some milestones, some deadlines, and assess your success during the schedule you've put for yourself, right? And when you finish one stage, it's a kind of small accomplishment for you, and you can go to another one. So to stay focused, I would say it is better to split your plan, to split your schedule of studying, because if you enrolled into one huge, for example, course without any breakdown into small videos or small, I don't know, articles, it is really hard to stay on track, I would say. So if it is not done by someone who prepared this course, try to do it by yourself. And I would say it would help. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, Tatiana, thank you a lot. I believe we have a lot of thank you messages and messages that wishing you good luck in your way with the self-education. Maybe audience get some good advices from you, from your answers. Thank you so much for this. It's very important to know how to motivate yourself, because it's the most difficult thing that I did in my life, actually. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And really appreciate your presentation. And I just want to share with our audience with one feature, and I want to share my screen. If you can see it, I believe in 1 minute, in a couple of seconds. Yeah. Yeah, and now it's on. So, if you're watching us from YouTube, you can find the link to our main page of our conference. I will send it again when I'm finished with with my presentation. And from those audience who are watching us from their community platform, you know what you need to do in a break. When I will finish, we will have some small break for our next speaker. You have the ability to open the talk of a previous speaker, rate it with the stars, and say thank you with a special badge and meaningful feedback, meaningful commentary. So please don't forget to do it, because it's very important for every speaker to know what was good, what needs to be approved. But please share your thoughts and rate talks of our speakers. Yeah, I think it's all from my side. I was your moderator for today's for this talk. My name is Darina, and let's go for a break for our next speaker.